time around, coming up towards the tram lines here, and you see the hand signals there to slow it up. Everybody coming through, everybody holding on, and green flag is out this time through. We're green, we're racing here as we go up into turn one.
Side by side they work, some three wide going on in the heart of the field, but Farley Matheson already seen things swap. Matheson got shuffled down to third already as a result of how things worked up out of the run of setup. Right now as they work their way to Fangio though, the whole train is right now trying to figure who wants to be the conductor. Way to the outside, Farley amongst those up the out of the group. Matheson takes it. My goodness, something obviously going on to cause that wide line and cause a massive checkup here.
Yeah, that was a big moment there going through, and everyone's still shuffling through, still dirt being kicked up in the mid-pack here, up in the front. Everyone's still trying to run their way along as things just absolutely continue to battle through. This is just hard fighting up in the front. Again, you see this junior category not wanting to give any sort of breathing room to the other at all as they keep this fight pure and true up in the front. As we cross the line, we continue through, and time's now starting to click in here for the first laps, and great battle side by side up in the front.
Look at how Matheson's trying to keep himself up in front of the field here today. As the times update, Fortune already up 3 with all the chaos at the start. Hack, though, wants the lead already. One of the drivers who dominated yesterday will try and do so today to the inside, but Matheson, again, keeps his foot in it. Interesting enough, I'm noticing now that we started things off, different lines popping up through Fangio, but right now they are swapping back, forth, crossover, back and forth they go, up through Hill and Lauda.
And as we swap back and forth, that's going to be the name of this race. We're not going to stop swapping. It's going to continue to go to and fro, back and forth as these drivers keep their way along and continue their way through. I don't see this stopping at all for them as they run their way through, keep fighting hard, and this is just great battling from everyone here as they continue their way through into the first corner. Again, look at this around, outside to inside to inside to outside, 3 wide coming out of turn 1, and they're going to settle it back into single file. But for a brief moment here, the mid-pack went 3 wide, just thinking about making a move there.
Yeah, that was a little bit chaotic yet again, once more for the drivers. They make their way up the hill once again, and Downing, they rumble. Right now, drivers like Fortune in particular are just trying to find a way quickly, be able to charge up ahead. Apple has also moved up a fair bit as well. We've seen a bit of a charge from them, but more side-by-sides pop up in the heart of the field. No one wanting to wait here, but the main concern I have been part of this is absolutely we love the entertaining and the battling here, Brownlee, but counterpoint, you spend too much battling, you end up going backwards. There's some drivers going backwards that time. That is the 214 slow.
And the 214 slow there, dropping back there. That is Dillinger FL going through. That is an interesting moment to find yourself in when you're dropping down the order as these carts continue to just keep this battle alive and go through. But yeah, you gotta, at some point, the single file has to start running through, and we'll wait to see how it goes for these drivers as they continue through this battle, and just very aggressive here. Tobias Matheson up in the front, hanging out through in the lead, but the fastest part is Ashton Pearson there in P3, who has not slowed it down at all through on the go. As we see here, the point forward, the very clear indication there of, hey, let's go get that cart ahead. Wide run there. Is that 2 positions lost? That's 3 positions lost.
Indeed, here as we battle it out, continuing to zip their way on through, keep themselves pretty close up here on some of these squabbles as we continue on. So, right now the Team Fords continue to put on a show. By the way, Savage yet again has found his way to the front when it comes to your 206 juniors on the board with less than 3 minutes to go. That's how they look. We're right now, as we go, Pearson, Paget, going back and forth. Up at the front, it's Pearson, the Team USA suit, looking to hold on. One of the drivers that's gotten chances try battle and go over to Europe and battle in this package with some of the others. And right now, it's Pearson trying to prove they can keep it up front here today.
Trying to keep it up in the front, easier said than done with the challenge coming along here from all of these drivers. As we see here, heading down through 9 and 10, they fan out there, going too wide, trying to shuffle in the order here. Everyone behind, nobody can seem to really just find a consistent way that they want to sit. And that is going to be one of the biggest challenges for all of them, is how do they want to sit, where do they want to be, and how do they want to go along. And as of right now, they can't sort that out. They just seem to really be mixed up on who wants to be where as these drivers come along here, heading down towards the front stretch they go. And it's still Pearson leading at the moment with Paget Matheson. Look at the run to the inside, trying to defend that inside line and doing a great job to defend that inside line going along here. But now they battle it back through again, and we're going to have some more position shuffling here out of the top four.
See how much some of the drivers really trying to work here. Pulling in that orange suit. Works himself on the outside, forced up there. Matheson gets the spot back for third yet again. Nobody staying stable. Continues to help out Pearson, who has won multiple times in local and regional sessions. Races down in Orlando normally. Has been a multiple-time winner down in the Orlando Cup, in particular at the Kart Center this season. So far, no appearances at Orlando, but in the Kartplex Cup, he's also come away with wins there. Kartplex going back and forth, Tampa and Orlando regions here in the state. Right now, Pearson, the one maintaining. We got 40 seconds to go. 40 seconds on the clock at the moment, plus 2 laps on the board. So 3 laps to go. Pearson defensive.
Defensive to the inside there, holding through, and that sends him wide through turn 1, but can he capitalize back to come through as we've got the top 4 again shuffling through. Nobody seems to be able to find a solid position to sit here as they swing along here, heading into the turn 5 there, Juan Pablo Montoya corner as they head out to the 270-degree turn number 6 coming through. Swing it along, hold it, carry the momentum. Top 2 getting a little bit more breathing room there as it goes through. Everyone back behind bringing their way along as the top 2 hold on bumper to bumper at the moment, running wide, heading down through 9 and 10, heading down into the run again.
Everyone continuing to have a fiercely fought battle. By the way, it's gone back and forth in amongst the 206s off screen. Right now, Savage, Thaddeus Conqueror going back and forth, Stokel going back and forth amongst some of those other drivers to the other side of the track. So 2 fierce battles for classes, 2 parts of the circuit pulling. Right now, Ryan's in the 2nd spot. We're at 2 laps to go. See Pullen yesterday, looked to pull out some good runs. Now looking to do so here, all with the rear end of Pearson. They go up the hill, working their way up to Juan Pablo Montoya, up to Juan Manuel Fangio. They rumble. Now it's 4 carts on the bumpers. Nobody got the overlap. Matheson again for third behind the trees.
Everyone continuing to fight it out here as we're into the 2 to go signal along through in the middle of the lap, just trying to find one way over the other who can capitalize on the run here as they go. And this is where we see heading down into the Prost and Schumacher corners. Everyone trying to find a move along, not able to capitalize on moves as they come through and along here side by side. Back in the 206 category we go, having some great battles along as well as they head down into the run of 9 and 10. Phil Hill, Nicky Lauda corner here, big run 3 wide through, and they're able to keep it together, but man, was that close here.
Very close with the final time around here with some of this. How will this go in amongst this battle? They are still sawing back and forth amongst some of the 206s here. This has been one of the wilder races today when it comes to both of these classes. Pearson trying to hold on one side, others trying to fight on the other. But as you can tell, as they'll come up to the white flag here, it's Savage right now in front. One class behind them in the T4s. They're making their way through, where as you can see, Matheson has squeaked his way to the front for now, amongst those in the top 3 rather, because Pullen and Pearson have pulled out a gap.
This this battle continuing to be just fast and furious all the way along as these drivers go through here into the final corners they go. But one driver going very wide there through the run. That is going to be the 2:49 of Farley, dropping down the order along, having a great run through. Final lap through, final corners through, coming across the line. It is going to be Ashton Pearson.
Not done to the Jewel Sixes, by the way. Let's fight again. Hackett, by the way, dropped all the way to 6th at the very end of those Team 4 juniors as they worked around the racetrack. Everybody else now making the way on through, up through Schumacher Cross. Side by side for second, pops up again as Hiro Alcazar tries to go on through. Alcazar trying to find a way to reset. Two machines, bumper to bumper, heading up to the checkered flag of the 206s. Celebrations on, because in the end it is Stokel who's able to hold on, with Savage relegated down to 3rd.
What an amazing run from the drivers at 206, fighting it out hard here